All right, let's talk about the differences between on-premise hosting and cloud storage and computing services. Now, at first glance, this can seem like a complicated topic, and it is a bit nuanced. And that's why it can be a little bit tough for a business to figure out really what's best for them. Do they want to try and keep everything in-house and manage all the infrastructure themselves? That could be the servers, the applications, file storage, all of that in on-premise. Or is it better to lease those resources from someone else in a cloud? Here's what the cloud really is. You're essentially renting storage or computing power in a big data center, right along all sorts of other customers, lots of them. It's like an apartment building and you're renting a unit, but it's all part of that shared complex. Now, there are some options there. There's a difference between what we call public cloud and private cloud. Public cloud is more of that true apartment complex analogy. Your data is securely separated, but you're still sharing server space with other businesses. Private cloud is more like renting an entire building just for you, and it's more secure, it's more isolated, but it also comes with a much higher price tag. And then there's also on-premise, which many businesses are already familiar with, especially if they already have a custom application or a lot of local data that they're storing. That's where you're hosting everything on your own servers in your office or wherever your business is run from. Here's the catch though. Servers aren't cheap. They cost a lot more than your average laptop or desktop. They're also more complex to manage and they need specialized support and they demand a higher level of security. Think firewalls and updates, monitoring and stuff that makes sure that bad actors aren't hijacking your servers to mine Bitcoin or whatever else they want. So is there a perfect solution for everybody? No, of course there isn't. You're probably not going to just move everything to the cloud in a lot of cases or go all in on private cloud, for example, unless you've got the budget and the security needs to match that. Most of the time, it's a hybrid approach. It's a blend of options that fits your business goals. Some clients want everything close physically. They want to see their servers, they want to touch them, and know exactly where the data lives. And hey, that's totally valid, I guess. That's their prerogative. It's not really our recommendation, but if that's what gives them peace of mind, that's their call. Just remember, the trade-off is usually higher cost and management overhead. You don't get the economies of scale that a cloud provider does when you're running everything on your own. Now, circling back to public versus private cloud, unless you have a very specific use case of tight compliance or regulatory needs, public cloud is more than enough for most small and medium businesses. Most aren't hosting complex applications, and the chances if they are, they're already working with a provider who's handling that aspect of it. For most SMBs, for most small and medium businesses, it's really about file storage. And that's exactly what cloud storage is great for. It's redundant, it's backed up, it's off-site and protected in case of fire, flood, or catastrophe, or some other disaster. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the cost versus need or cost versus risk. What's appropriate for your business? What kind of data are you dealing with? That's where experts like us at Anneal Tech come in. We help you figure out the right mix, whether that's fully on-prem, fully cloud, or most likely a hybrid. If you've got questions about cloud storage, computing, or what path makes the most sense for your setup, we're happy to have a chat. Reach out to us at annealtech.com.